When a huge data dump on electoral bonds came out last week, some questions were answered, some not quite. For example, everyone got to know which entities donated money through the scheme, when they did it, and how much did they donate. Top donors included lesser known companies like Future Gaming that single-handedly gave more than 1,000 crore rupees to political parties. We also got to know the political parties which were the biggest beneficiaries. And the answer was the Bharatiya Janata Party. The ruling party got nearly 50% of the entire donated amount between 2019 and 2024. Other parties like the Trinamool Congress and Bharat Rashtra Samiti were a distant second and third. But one critical question still remained. Which company donated to which political party exactly? Basically, a link to help us connect the two sets of data and know who were the funders of India's top political parties. This week, we got an answer to that, all thanks to an alphanumeric code. So what is this code and who are the biggest funders of our political parties? Hello and welcome to Simply Put. I am Shubham Chohan. Let's get started. Before we dive into the latest set of data, last week we did an episode on Simply Put explaining what electoral bonds are, why is it problematic, and who are the biggest buyers of these bonds. We'll add the link in the description. Do give it a watch. So now let's look at what happened this week. The Supreme Court pulled up the State Bank of India on Monday. It asked the bank, who was the sole issuer of electoral bonds, as to why all details were not disclosed, including the alphanumeric code. The SBI was then ordered to disclose complete data on electoral bonds. Following this, the SBI handed over two files like last time to the Election Commission of India, which in turn published it on Thursday evening. At the center of it was this alphanumeric code. So what is this alphanumeric code and why is this a vital cog in the electoral bonds data? This code is basically like a unique ID of each electoral bond. It can only be seen using ultraviolet light. For instance, you buy an electoral bond which has a unique ID 1234. You then go and give it to political party A, which encashes it. Until Thursday, all we knew was that you bought bonds and how much political parties encashed. But there was no way to establish a link between the buyer and the political party. Now it is this alphanumeric code which helps us establish the link. So who are the biggest funders of political parties? Let's take it one by one. First, the Bharatiya Janata Party, by far the biggest gainer of electoral bonds. Their top 10 donors form around 35% of BJP's total 6,000 crore rupee electoral bond kitty. Their top donors include Megha Engineering and Infrastructure Limited at 584 crore, Quick Supply Chain Private Limited at 375 crores. Now notably, this company, which is Quick Supply, has links to the Mukesh Ambani-led Reliance Group. RIL, however, has denied any links whatsoever. Then there are other companies like Vedanta Limited at 335 crores, Bharti Airtel Limited at 197 crores, Madan Lal Limited at 175.5 crores, Keventer Food Park Infra at 144.5 crore, DLF Commercial Developers at 105 crore. Here's another interesting part. You see, around the time when this data was released on Thursday, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal was arrested by the ED in a money laundering case related to the alleged scam in the Delhi excise policy. A businessman who was an accused in this case gave at least 55 crore rupees to the BJP via electoral bonds. Hyderabad-based Sarath Reddy was arrested by the ED in 2022. 4 days after his arrest, Aurobindo Pharma, which is a company founded by his billionaire father, paid 5 crore rupees to the BJP via electoral bonds. In 2023, when Reddy's bail plea came up for hearing, the ED did not oppose it and he was released. After this, Aurobindo Pharma donated another 25 crore rupees in 2023. Then there's the Trinamool Congress. Future Gaming and Hotel Services, which was the biggest buyer of electoral bonds overall, gave 692 crores to the TMC, followed by Haldia Energy, which brings us to the Congress party. Vedanta Limited was their biggest donor at 125 crore rupees, followed by Megha Group's Western UP Power Transmission at 110 crore and MKG Enterprises at 91.6 crore. You see, the biggest drawback of electoral bonds, besides how opaque it is the fact that it could lead to quid pro quo between the donor and a ruling party. Like the example we gave you earlier, there are several other reports too that have pointed out as to how a company purchased bonds, donated it to a party, following which it got a major contract. Like Megha Engineering, for instance. Reports point out how this company gave more than 160 crore rupees to the BJP between January 2022 and 2023. Then, in April, Megha beat L&T to bag a contract to build the Thane-Borivali tunnel in Mumbai. Coincidentally, the company donated bonds worth more than 100 crore rupees to the BJP that month. Now, mind you, this is not only about the Bharatiya Janata Party. It includes all major political parties. But the startling point which experts point to is how unequal the playing field is, where one party corners almost half of the total money through an opaque funding scheme running into thousands of crores. Because remember, it is this money that helps political parties scale up their campaign, put out ads and fight elections. The BJP's opponents have called it one of the biggest scams in the country's history. Do you think electoral bonds will become a big election issue? Because remember, we are days away from the first phase of the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. That's all we have for you on this episode of Simply Put. Do like and share the video. Tell us what you think of this topic. Do check out our other videos we have done on electoral bonds. And of course, subscribe to HW News English. Thanks for watching.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.